Hello Fam Bam, welcome to our Freedom series. We're talking about a mind hack or something that helps us improve our perspective so that we can level up our reality, conquer our life, and just really go out there and be the best version of you possible. So what to do about crappy people? Crappy people exist now. They've always existed, they're going to exist, and no matter how nice or perfect or amazing of a person you try to be, they're just gonna happen. It's a part of life. You win some, you lose some, and that's something that we all have to accept, which is why it's a really good reason to just be you and attract the people that jive with you and literally just forget the crappy people. But sometimes crappy people are hard to forget. And this is a common question that I get from a lot of you. What happens if that crappy person is part of your family? What if you work with them? What if that crappy person is your spouse? I typically like to have a lot of empathy and approach it with an open mind because not everybody is like me, and I understand that certain situations are a little more different personalities, different wants in life. For myself, my approach has always been to eliminate crappy people, period. I don't care who they are, I don't care if I work with them, I don't care if they have some mega success that would benefit me if I just sucked up to them and dealt with it. I don't like diluting my environment and the person that I am just for the sake of hanging around crappy people. So I understand that certain situations you cannot get rid of sucky people. You either work with them or you're going through a divorce and you don't want it to be like a hard thing or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're at home and you haven't moved out of your parents' house yet, so you just have to deal with certain people in your life that are crappy. I hope that these 3 tips can help you just deal with them a little bit better. It is tough, but remember that adversity and challenges actually help grow us. They help make us better people if we take the opportunity to learn from them and practice being our best self. So the first tip that I have for you in dealing with crappy, sucky people is just don't take it personal. I know that's super cliche and it's like, yeah, I know this. But the truth of the matter is if you take the time to reflect on the times that you've been a crappy person, or maybe you just had an off day and you responded or reacted in a way that you're not necessarily proud of, realize that this person probably started off that way too. They were either taught that way or they've come to a habitual response that makes them seem like a crappy person. And their crap that they're trying to dump on you is not about you. 100% it's about them. And I think that one of the things that I really try to portray in these episodes and in all of the content that I create for you is that when you take responsibility for yourself, you get access to more privilege and more freedom. So what this means is take responsibility for yourself and how you show up around a crappy person, but don't let them dump their crap on you. Equally understand that even if they're trying to dump their crap on you, it's not about you, it's about them not wanting to take responsibility. And this is where that term, misery loves company, crabs in a bucket, comes from. When people are miserable and they don't take responsibility for their own misery or themselves, despite the fact that their misery might have been not their choice, they're in a shitty situation, and that happens. A lot of us have experienced situations that just happen, but it's still our responsibility in how we choose to show up and how we want to respond to those situations that we didn't plan for or didn't expect. That person is trying to remove themselves from that responsibility and blame or dump it on somebody else, vent, or throw it off on you. So when you realize that's what they're trying to do, you literally can say, no thank you, I don't want your crap. And even if they're trying to do that, you can make yourself immune by realizing this perspective. The second tip that I have for you is keep your interactions brief, minimal, and non-personal. A lot of times people with sucky energy or who are just really have a lot of crap that they're carrying around want to take you and bring them into their crap or dig your crap out. And it's tough when you become emotionally invested in A, what this person thinks, B, the conversation or interaction you've had with that person, or C, your identity, your ego, your past. So if you remove yourself from taking it personal and you're like, okay, you want to dump your crap on me, you want to have bad attitude or energy, that's fine. I will make my interactions with you as brief and as neutral, non-personal as possible. They have less of a hook to try to like grab a hold and reel you in. It can be really tough if this crappy person is your coworker and you've been assigned to work with them on a project, or if this person is part of your household and you have to live in the same house and share space with them. Do the best that you can to solidify your own perspective right here, 360 degrees, and be who you are, which is my tip number 3. Remember who you are, because you are the person that you hang out with most. You become the 5 to 10 closest people that you surround yourself with. And this is part of the reason I eliminate crappy people in general. But if you cannot get away from this person for whatever reason, you need to be able to hone in on continuing to cultivate the person that you are, the person that you want to be, and the type of energy and environment that you want to have for yourself in your life experience. What this means is you just got to offset the ugly. And you got to do it for you, not because of them, not because you're trying to like show them something different or like try to tone it down or get a certain result out of them. That's tip number 4. Don't try to change them, because most of the time crappy people just want to stay where they're at. And in fact, loving people sometimes is just holding space for them and allowing them to be whoever they want to be, even if it's not serving them or even if it's not serving you, especially if you realize that just being who you are and showing up for yourself, not necessarily for this person, but for yourself, and taking this situation as a space to grow, as a space to really hone in and be challenged on showing up to be who you are, this ultimately emanates and starts to rub off on people. And it's interesting because maybe at that time they're not in that space for that, but later on in life, a few years down the road, you start to hear back from these people and they say, you know what? I never really noticed how crappy of a person I was, but I was just really happy to have your energy around. Believe it or not, most people don't really care about what you're about or why you're about that. They're like so stuck in this narrow focus on their crap that they're going through that just holding space for them, being neutral, non-invasive, non-threatening, and just holding your own light tends to make a positive impact on them, whether or not they recognize it or not. There's no reason to not throw some good karma out. So I hope this video has helped you get some perspective and maybe in ways in how to deal with sucky, crappy people in your life. Remember, it's part of life. They do exist. And the best thing that you can do is continue to refine yourself so that you can contribute value to yourself and then outwards to others. And eventually you'll be able to refine your environment and slowly but surely, one step at a time, eliminating the things that don't serve you and improving the things that do, will continue to revolutionize your life into something amazing. So conquer yourself, conquer your attitude, your emotions, your perspectives, and you can conquer anything, even situations with crappy people. Let me know that you like this video by hitting thumbs up. As always, leave your questions and comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications to get notified anytime we have any of this awesome content to help you level up your reality. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.